Happy, oh my gosh, what day of the week is it? What month is it? Everything has literally flown by. The first, I don't know, Alberta, what is it? July? Seems like yesterday was January 1st, and we have pulled through. It is January, gosh, I don't know what date it is. It's July 9th. I think it is. We're coming at you today from, again, beautiful National City, Futures Past Studios. I'm so excited today for so many reasons other than the fact that I have a special guest that you guys are going to love. It took a lot of time for me to get this individual to appear, so I am grateful. All of you who are listening, all of you who are going to watch this, will agree and attest to the value that this guy has in not only the fitness industry, but in life. He is an amazing individual. He has so many individuals that follow him in the fitness world, let alone because he brings such value to so many lives, physically, fitness, reasons, mentally, emotionally. He's just an all-around amazing individual who is so authentic and transparent. And I know you guys are going to benefit from this today. And he is so shy. Of course, I'm lying. Tabu, the guru, the yoga master. Tabu, oh my God, welcome and thank you.
Thanks for having me, Tammy. Thank you. It has been a pull in a teeth to get me here. To touch bases of shy, I really am shy when the spotlight really has to come down to like center of like tunneling everything just like on me. So it's a, I guess, long time waiting for me to be here. So I'm happy that yes, I made this happen.
I can't tell you because I have known you, I don't even know how many years now, back in the day when you were at 24-Hour Fitness.
Yeah, well, let's not say any ages because we're like, hey, so I'm going to say I'm like still 21.
I mean, yes. So I have seen you literally evolve into the human being as we know you today. I have seen you go from where you've come from to where you've arrived. Forget about the fact that we had the last year-ish of a clusterfuck pandemic. You consistently amaze me. And even if I've not trained with you one-on-one, because he is my trainer, you guys. And if you're looking for a trainer who doesn't give a fuck about whether you're hungover or you're not feeling well when you show up, time is money and money is time. He will kick your ass and he will get you in shape. One-on-one, that's A. And B, if you've not taken his yoga classes, where the fuck have you been hiding and why? So we'll give you all that information shortly. But my point is, he literally took the last year, had a business that was thriving already, and pivoted. So what I really want to talk about today, Tabu, is how did you do that? Where was your mindset when you were faced with, oh my gosh, I have a studio where I teach yoga classes, and I have so many people who rely on me for that, and hi, by the way, we're shutting down. So you pivoted. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the transitions you made and the importance of those transitions during that time and how you ultimately became even more successful because of it. So how did you do this?
So it's kind of funny how it all kind of like started. You're hearing it in the news, like, we're going to go ahead and shut down or, okay, then it was like, we're not going to shut down to, okay, well, you're going to have less people in your classes. And I've been very fortunate enough always from the beginning of me teaching fitness as always like sardines, Mm-hmm. And it's like, I mean, that may not be your kind of style, but like you're smelling somebody's feet, somebody's dirty yogi toe next to you. And you're like, ugh, I don't want that. But people did it, signed up, line out the door. People did it. And so then I'm like, well, I cannot teach a class for just like 12 people. It doesn't happen. It's like 50, 60 people in the room. I'm like, I'm not going to be able to do that. To like, okay, well, maybe I can manage it and just offer more times when they happen to, okay, no, we're shutting down and there's no classes. And first thing that I thought was, believe it or not, I am like very driven and very like fitness based oriented. I have strong individuals that come and attend my classes, but then it's more so like of a mindset. So then I'm like thinking to myself, like, people come to my class, you also get like a really good like workout, but it's like a mental break. And it's all like, So now I'm like
It's
thinking
like therapy. Like
Yeah.
you literally, you guys, he therapizes. Like when you're in the middle of a fucking hard pose, and I've been on the receiving end of this, he'll call you out because he sees the inner strength that you have. And he will call you out and go, Tammy, I know you got better than that, bitch. I know those legs can go further back.
Yeah.
Well, however you perceive that, but yes.
So then it was like a mental health thing. So then my first thing is like, oh my God, mentally, people are not going to be able to do this or be able to survive because that's the escape. So then I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do. To all of a sudden, I'm like, you know what? For years, people told me like, oh, you should do online classes. You should do online. And again, I said in the beginning, I really don't like the spotlight on me. Like if I make a joke.
He's lying. He's lying.
I'm telling you right now, I really don't like the spotlight.
Okay.
I'm like,
okay.
kind of like in the moment, I will make a joke. But if you tell me that, hey, tell that joke again, I'm like, I'm not going to tell you it. It's just not the same. Like if you missed it, you missed it. I don't know what to tell you. And that's it. I'm not doing it
And
again.
it's not the same the second time anyway.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So then I'm like, okay, let me try this. So then I went to my work Instagram and I started doing the Instagram lives. And I'm not a huge Instagrammer because, I mean,
He doesn't need to be. You don't need to
Yeah.
be. Your name,
Yeah.
people are like, Tabu, oh my God, yes, I know Tabu. Like, literally, one day in the park, not to go off on a tangent, but I am, Kate Sessions, where we were doing a class on a Saturday morning, these people were walking by. Mind you guys, there could be 150 people in his class at Kate Sessions on a given Saturday morning, which is minimal to say the least. His following's insane. And this couple walked by and she goes, oh my God, is that Billy Blanks? I go, what? She goes, you know, the fitness guy, Billy Blanks. I go,
we all look the same. We all look the same.
And I go, no, because you're way better than he is. And I go, no, it's somebody better. It's Tabu. Don't you know Tabu? She goes, oh, that's Tabu. And she was from LA, you guys. So that's just a minor example, but okay.
So then I'm just like, all right, well, let me go ahead and shift to Instagram. And I didn't have a huge following. I think I probably had like 2,000 followers. And I'm like, all right, let me just start doing these free online classes. And they started off free because I wanted to help people through this pandemic. Right. So I shifted. I was teaching every day for 5 days a week, or actually 6 days a week, because I did Monday through Friday, and I did a Saturday morning class. And
online, you guys. This is all online, mind you.
Yeah. And then from me offering that within like the first like 3 weeks, my following on Instagram went from 2,000 to like 11K in a matter of a month of me like teaching classes, and like, you know, hundreds of people like chimed in and was taking classes and just gave me all of like, you know, like, thank you so much for helping me through this quarantine. And, you know, I just shifted and it just kind of like evolved. So it's kind of like a blessing in disguise for me to like shift my business online. And I mean, I don't regret it.
Right. Well, there's a couple things that come to mind when I hear your story. The first is he could teach a lot of us about social media presence and how to grow your audience. Because the one thing about you that is consistent among many things, you are authentically transparent to a fault. Like what you see is what you get. So you're either in or you're out. So they are drawn to you because you are real. So if you could go from 2,000 followers to 11,000 followers for a variety of reasons, they're drawn to you because you tap into who they are and who they want to be. You help them in physical fitness. You help them emotionally. You help them mentally. Because truly, you guys, when you're on the receiving end of Tabu's class, whether it's one-on-one or in a yoga setting, I'm telling you guys, you could be in the middle of the most difficult pose or transition, and he'll stop and either drop down and start dancing to crack you up to make you forget the fact that this shit hurts. Okay. Or he'll tell a funny joke, or he'll stop and say something so deep and so profound and so insightful that and I can speak from experience, like if I was in pain doing a yoga pose, but I had to fight through it, he'll say something to make me go, holy fuck, I can do this. Right. So it's not just about the yoga, you guys, it's about everything. So that translation came across in your online classes, and you grew your audience, you grew your following, you grew your business. So what would you say give me the top two, maybe top three important transitions that were the utmost importance to you during that time and now?
So again, the most importance was I wanted to keep people sane. And pandemic life, we're always going to have some kind of challenges. And the best way to help with those challenges is distract yourself for a moment, to allow yourself to, once again, take a step back, to take a step forward. And working out, at least for me, is taking a step back to take a step forward, because then you're able to grasp of actually what you're doing and where you're going.
Right.
Number one.
Right.
Number two is moving your body is the most important thing that you can do. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can be in the worst mood possible and you can go for a 10-minute walk and see a sunset, or a 15-minute jog and just get a little sweat to go ahead and release some positive endorphins, and you can go ahead and just be in the best space.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to me, those two things right there are like hand in hand, one without the other. And I would just give you those two because we can go on and on of what's important about the situation.
Right. So now that your business has evolved to where it is, do you think you're going to go back to having a space? I know we kind of talked about this, because you truly don't need it. I mean, you don't. Your business is set because A, you still do the online classes. B, you are doing Kate sessions, and you're also, you guys, an instructor for those of you in San Diego. He does have classes where they're non-yoga based at Revel in Pacific Beach. So why don't you share with us a little bit about your scheduling, where you are, because now I don't feel like are you? Do you think you're going to go back to a standalone location, or are you just going to keep it as it is?
So, as we are all kind of figuring out what we're doing right now, because I feel like everybody's kind of in this weird space right now. Are we going to stay open? Are we going to shut down? Right. Are they going to cut class sizes? Are we going to have to wear masks again? I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing at this moment right now. If I want to continue to stay online, do I want to go ahead and do indoors? I'm just kind of taking day by day as what we mostly should be. Now, I do need to kind of focus and figure out what I'm going to do. But for the meantime, I'm just going to ride the flow. I'm just going to ride it. Sometimes you just got to go ahead and just get up on top and ride it and see what you're going to do.
I kind of live by those words too. You just kind of ride on top and see what you're going to do.
Because you don't know.
Because you don't know what kind of ride it's going to be, whether you're on top or on the bottom or behind or in front. You don't know what
You could have both though.
You could be a double ender.
Yeah.
I double ending is good for me too, especially in real estate. If you don't know what that means, we'll go. That's a whole nother tangent.
Do they have triple in real estate?
No, just double end. When you represent the seller on the sale of the home and the purchase of the replacement home, that's kind of a double ender. But for purposes of this, double ending is fun. Yeah. So talk to me a little bit about what drives you. I mean, the importance of mental health, as we all know, and you and I have had some candid conversations about life. How important, or I should say, what have you done? Because every weekend, I live vicariously through you when I see what's going on your Instagram, because I'm so boring.
I have 2 Instagrams. Yes. I have a work one, and then I have the personal.
Yes. So I feel like I'm living my best life through you. Yeah. So what have you done to keep you going? Mentally, you check in with yourself, and your mental health is so important, because if you can't be 100% when you are with your tribe, right, then there's an issue, because they seek you to help them fulfill all of these things we've talked about. So what do you do to stay filled up? What keeps your cup full so that you can be the best version of Tabu that people follow and are attracted to? Because I know, you guys, when he goes out, everybody just knows him because of who he is. And some people, we talked about this, will go up to him and go, "Ooh, Tabu, I know who you are. I know you." And Tabu's response without fail is,
"You don't know me because I don't even know myself."
Okay, boom, right? So that is how wide and varied your pull and your magnetism is. So what do you do, or have you done, to stay mentally sound, to get through all this, even now that we don't know what's about to happen?
True. So, you hear this all the time, and it could come off as a cliche, but balance. So you really do have to have balance. And I do have balance in my life. I work hard. And one thing, if I expect you to show up, I better show up 10 times more than what you're showing up for.
Amen.
So, I have my days. I have my Friday and my Saturday to go ahead and let my hair down. Now, if you've never seen me before, I got no hair, but I let my hair down in various ways.
Yes.
But then I also respect people's time because time is precious and nobody's time is more important than anybody else's. So when you show up, I am showing up for you tenfold.
Yes.
But on the weekend, I'm here to go ahead and just recharge my battery and just live life and have fun because life is more about just working, but life is more about just partying, having a good time, relaxing, sitting by the pool, reading a book. You got to get a little bit of everything to go ahead and make a whole. It's almost kind of like you can't expect one person to give you all your needs. That's why you have friends, family, husband, mother, dad.
Speaking of which, hold on. For everybody who wants to know, are you single?
I don't know. Complicated.
I think he's a little embarrassed by that question. Well, hold on a second. Either you are or you aren't. I mean, forget about the fact that there are many who love you. Are you single for all the curious minds out there?
Complicated.
That's a good answer. I'm going to have that as my answer from now on.
You should read in between the lines. Hard single.
Hard single. But you guys, if you were to follow him on Instagram, you would not think he was single. Like he's surrounded by the most incredibly beautiful people all the time. In fact, I don't think you have anybody who isn't beautiful surrounding you.
I am very fortunate to have really beautiful friends, men and women. But that being said, they're beautiful from the outside and in. And the best thing is you can't deal with anybody that's going to be toxic or just negative. And you can be both the most beautiful person. But if your insides is rotten, get away from me.
Dude, preach that shit, because I can tell you right now, there are so many people who are so surface oriented. I can't, just in life, I can't deal with people who are like, here's a goal in life, right? If you want to be wealthy, the goal is to be wealthy, not to look wealthy.
Yeah.
Right? So that goes back to how true are you to yourself, right? What are your goals? What are your aspirations? So if someone's coming to you and they're like, Tabu, I really thank you. You've really motivated me. I lost 6 pounds because I'm taking your classes and whatnot. That's true. That's transparent. That's like somebody being vulnerable, because they could be overweight and they could be lost and they could feel like, oh my gosh, I'm afraid to go into the gym. Now that we're open again, I'm afraid to even work out. How do I do this? But yet you have this comforting side about you that is so real and so raw and so honest that you welcome everybody, regardless of what they look like. Even though you're surrounded by all this beauty, you welcome those who are shy and not sure, right? And that's part of show up. Act like who you are and be honest about it. Don't put on these airs and be fake and be ugly on the inside, and on the outside look like you have your shit together, right? So
it's all about energy.
Yeah.
I love me some energy.
So if someone has not taken your class and they're like, Tabu, I have heard so much about you. Oh my God, my girlfriend takes your class, blah, 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 all this stuff, you hear all these accolades about you, and they've never taken your class, what would you encourage them to do to get through a class with you?
To be fair, I really just think about it as just one thing. And if you like fitness or you don't like fitness, if you don't like to be pushed, then you're not going to like my class off the bat. But it's not about like completing the class at all. I say a lot of great things and I will push you. And I say a lot of things that is teetering on too much. And I would say, if you were one of those people that got offended or you live your life on the teetering side, if I said something, it sparked something inside you that you are suppressing. And you should take that to work on it and get better and continue to just come and just,
improve.
Improve. Yeah.
Those emotional buttons that everybody has, right? I know when I first started working out in your classes, I remember standing in line an hour before class started and going, fuck this dude, look at this shit. Like he should have his own TV show, and you still should. And I remember how much you kicked my ass, but I also remember how with consistency and repetition, I got into the best shape of my life. Of course, I had bigger tits back then. That was pre-explant. That was pre-removal.
Yeah.
Mind you guys, he is helping me through my post removal, my breast implant removal. He's been training me. And I cannot tell you guys how he has been so patient, and he has worked with my, what do we call it, Tabu? Silver sneakers.
Yeah, we got this.
The silver sneakers approach.
The little 3 pounds.
The 3 pounders. Okay. I've gone from lifting 15 pounders to 2 to 3 pounders, but whatever. And he really allowed me, even then up until now, to push through any psychological, emotional impediments that I might have regarding my physical fitness. So yes, I see that in you. So now that we are fast forward to July, a year into this, a year and a half or so of the pandemic, you've thrived. Your business has excelled. You have grown as a person. But all kidding aside, all joking aside, you've really kicked ass in life. And I cannot tell you how I have always been one of your biggest cheerleaders, even when I wasn't training with you. And even when I would just see you on social media or hear about your classes or what have you, I have been one of your biggest cheerleaders. And I'm grateful and honored that you're in my space. And I can only say that those who are truly in your space, your tribe, the ones that matter, that you hold close to your heart, that resonates with them too. And I have shared with you over and over again how your presence in people's lives is amazingly influential. Like, you fucking affect people's lives. And I don't think you know your power as much as you think you know your power, because you're shy, which is bullshit. However, people, when they don't have the boo, freak out. So now you're here. The importance of transitions, you've dialed it in, you pivoted, you're continuing to grow, and you check in with yourself to make sure you're good. Because if you're showing up and they show up, you want to make sure you show up 10,000% for them. So you're truly altruistic. I mean, you are like so unselfish and unself-serving that the world is your stage. So since you're single, I'm trying to get him to smile, but he won't. Since you're single, what are you looking for in a relationship?
So,
Tabu.
I am, believe it or not, I am shy. As I said, when I have to have the mic, when I have
to be
all
performing,
the eyes
yes,
on me, I do get shy. So she's putting me on a spot in which I can't even talk right now. So my type is in my head. And I would take it with me when I leave here and not share that, because you know what? The best thing about life is having a little bit of mystery rather than just putting it all on the table.
Okay. Suffice it to say, guys.
So a little advice for everyone: when you're searching or seeking anything, leave something
to be desired.
Yes, just a little bit. Because when you put it all out there,
maybe that's my problem. I'm just fucking out there. All my shit's out there, an open book. I'm like, woo, boom, here I am.
As she's talking about like pre and post, I mean, one thing which is great about having your friends and your clients trust you.
Yes.
There's nothing left.
Yes.
And they share everything.
Yes.
And it could be a lot sometimes, but after a while, when you see everything, it's like I've seen every continent. And it's like, oh, okay then. Oh, all right. And we're doing this today.
So wait, what are you saying, Tabu? How is it training me? I always wondered what you thought. How is it training me?
Entertaining. Never a dull moment. And again, she gives some really good spice knowledge bombs too as well, all the time.
You're never bored.
But I do want to say this, as she was saying, that she is like honored to be in my presence. We all have choices, right? Mm-hmm. And it's not like I force you to be in my presence.
No.
And as lucky as you are, I am in as well to you, and just like everybody else, because we all have choices, and just know that.
Yes. You guys, Tabu rarely shares, as he said, he leaves things to be desired. So for him to be as transparent as he is here today, you guys, you have to allow yourself to be in his presence, whether it's online or in person. And Tabu, why don't you share with us where you're teaching, give us your social media information, because I want everybody to tap into your effect. And in as much as we both are grateful to be in each other's lives, you're right, we have choices and things happen for a reason. People are in your life for a reason. They go along the journey with you. They see you grow, they cheer for you. And as long as I have breath, I will always fight for you to be the head and not the tail. Ooh.
Oh, I can be the tail though. The tail kind of feels.
Listen, shit. I'll be the tail.
The tail is good.
You're gonna lead and not follow. I can tell you that.
To me, the tail is almost like reverse cowgirl. That's the tail, but it's still good, right?
Woo! Never a dull moment. I feel like I'm training right now.
I'm just saying.
Keep
but that
it
is
real.
But that is the tail, though. That is the tail.
You guys are learning so much today. I can't even tell you how educational this has been. I know you have a client to go handle. They're waiting for you. But why don't you give us where you teach, the times, give us your Instagram handle so everybody can make sure that they tune into who you are.
So the best way to follow me or to know where I'm doing, because I'm all over the place, is just my Instagram handle is Tabu Fit, TABUFIT.
Okay.
And if you're thinking, is that his real name? That's my real name.
But let me tell you something. You just mentioned Tabu. I was getting my hair done the other day, and she talked about yoga. I go, do you know Tabu? Oh my God, girl, I know Tabu. Oh my God, blah, blah, blah. I go, but do you know Tabu? Because he don't even know himself.
I'm still.
That's your tagline. Yeah. Like you should have a hashtag. You should have a shirt that says, "So you think you know me," and on the backside it should say, "That's great, but I don't even know myself."
Oh, I'm gonna have Tammy get right on those. And
okay, let me just tell you something. Yeah. It's like a hashtag that because you get it. Come on, without fucking fail, you could be anywhere in San Diego. Tabu, oh my God, I know you. Really, girl? I don't even know myself.
Yeah.
How can you say that? That tells me that your presence, your reputation precedes you, is what I'm trying to say. So, okay, go to Tabu Fit on Instagram, TABUFIT. He also teaches on what days at Revel?
Tuesdays at 4:30 and Thursdays at 9 a.m. I'm all over the place.
Revel Fit Club in Pacific Beach, you guys. Go check them out. Go to Kate Sessions. Check him out on Instagram. You will not be disappointed. I cannot tell you guys how amazing this individual is. We are honored to have him as a guest today. I am blessed with his presence, and apparently now he tells me he's blessed with mine, and I believe him because he's fucking legit, real deal shit. So Tabu, I'm going to find you a person to date.
Oh, Lord.
I know what his freaking...
But the best people to date is by being set up. Not by swiping. So I'm kind of I'm kind of intrigued to see who she set me up with.
Well, here's the deal with swiping. They just fucking put lipstick on their pictures to make them look good. And they're like pigs, right? Swipe. And then they put lipstick on it. It's like, oh, that looks good. And you see them in person. It's like, whoa, wait a minute. Hold up. That happens.
It's like, you think you're going to go get a pug and then all of a sudden you get a pit bull.
Okay,
it's like, oh, that is not the same.
I had that shit happen. I went on a date with this guy and I'm like, whoa, he shows up. I go, okay, wait, how old are your pictures?
Yeah.
Because you were not the same person in the picture.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother conversation, but you see the tangents, but I'm going to find him someone. So anybody that's single, reach out to me and I'll hook you up. But you have to be like, I'm going to be like the matchmaker because I know what he wants and I know what he deserves. So thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
We appreciate you. The yoga community, the fitness industry loves you. I love you dearly. You're amazing. Now go kick someone else's ass because I'm still sore from my workout with you. And the fucking fucked up thing about this is I pay for this abuse. Like I pay for this. Like I honestly Venmo him money for him to make me hurt.
Anything that you're going to enjoy, you have to pay for. Nothing's free.
Boom. All right, San Diego. This was an honor under contract talking about pivoting, transitions, and checking in with yourself. This is a continuation of our series. The pandemic has fucked all of us, but guess what? There is success out there because of this, and Tabu is one of those examples of succeeding when it looked like perceived failure was staring him in the face. So, thank you. We wish you guys a fantastic Friday in July. Peace out, San Diego. Go make someone happy.